This is Murkyblazin's place, and the first thing that we see is Sassy Dragon being like, "Oh, you made it. Welcome to the box." Because, like, check out the skin in here. It is like totally a box. They took platforms and just flattened this thing out, provided the most minimal of shapes with like a bit of an overhang, bit of a platform for a Sassy Dragon to like chill. I feel so judged by that dragon. I know, it's like, dude, like they're totally looking down at us, being like, "Oh, it's you." But what a cool take. Like, they took these shelves and they kind of repurposed them as windows using the privacy screens. And it's very effective. That's hella smart. And they did it like all around the space here. Like, notice how these shelves are doing a good job of also acting like a, you know, kind of a way to dress up parts of the house. Very effective. Really, really effective. No room for greens, but you gotta have Sassy Dragon. Gotta have that instead. So let's go on inside if I can. Yeah, there we go. As soon as we go in, you know, we're greeted with no place to put stuff down, not quite, but we're invited here first. Boom. And like the colors are screaming at me. Total Pandaren vibe. Big reds contrasting with browns. We got the lanterns and everything. This is gonna be a treat. So official equipment set aside. We got Miss Murgle hanging out here on the outside. She's enjoying some of the sun, and I think so will we. Looks really pretty out there. A little minimal dressing right over here. So it's the kind of window that's just meant to bring in light and to doll the place up. Not really a place to like sit for too long, but in this case, maybe you do. So if you're like standing up, you're just kind of doing your thing, enjoying some coffee or whatnot, but you want to like stay on your feet because you're about to get moving because you got adventuring to do. It's like going through the paper and whatnot while you're enjoying some coffee before the start of your day. Very nice. So as we go through here, okay, we have a total, oh, this is so cool. Ooh, look at this spread. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna let it go slow. So I'm just gonna stand here for a bit, let the camera pan over. So we have like that full kitchen right over there complete with the countertops to like grab stuff. And then check out how it's closed off to kind of tighten the space, and see that closing off this. It looks like it's going across this whole thing. You know, we have tons of lights with the sconces. It looks like they've been like made to be a little bit bigger. And you have a whole bunch of these goblin string lights that help to go across, along with those trellises that also, you know, like they kind of like help draw that entire back area. Because notice how, you know, it's kind of like a different color tone back here. Then it warms up. You know, we can really get a sense of depth on the 3D space. Like this is really cool. I love like this clutter. They just like threw up like all sorts of like swag stuff. Like, oh, check this thing out. Check this thing out. Just you know, check all these different things out. So it has a very like an old bar kind of feel to it, with lots of different themes and designs that are put in. You know, and it's like super busy. It's a total mom pop kind of place. No corporate things to be had here at all, and just leaking with personality. Yeah, and I haven't moved. I ain't even moved yet, dude. This is really cool. This is really, really cool. I should do this thing more often, or if I can do like this kind of pan around, I'll do that, and then I'll just kind of like all rapid fire like things that we're seeing. Yeah, this whole sense of depth, like it works out incredibly well. So let's actually take a look around. So we have, are these? Okay, so it's a different kind of outdoor setup that we happen to have over here. And notice too, we have a half window. First time I've seen something like this, a half window being used to like brighten up the space. But instead it's being used as kind of like this, kind of like a fluorescent light sort of thing. I think that's kind of neat. And up top here, we can see like the dressings all around, lots of goblin string lights, banners and everything. And there's the boss of the house. All sorts of stuff. We have the axe throwing, but it's being oh okay. I was gonna say, like, are those pillows to like just kind of catch things? No, those are sacks of coffee. So hopefully all that stuff is being kept safe. I'll explore the back area in a bit. I'll just kind of go up the front first. So raised area, and here's where all the food's happening. Look how tight the space is, which is a very like normal restaurant kind of feel. You know, for a place that's, again, like kind of a smaller spot, mom and pop place, where they're just trying to make as much room as they can so they can seat as many people as they can, because this place is popping. People coming in and out all the time. They want to make sure that there's enough seating area to accommodate all the customers. They don't want people waiting outside for too long. They don't want people to like just like leave otherwise. Yeah, that's very cool. So, nice transmog, by the way. So let's go into the back room where all the stuff happens. We'll start here. So we have this huge table spread. You know, so folks are eating here. They're doing their thing. Folks, you know, stuff is being prepped here. So maybe chef can like pass stuff over as soon as they're like ready to go, or have things on a prep table. So if hopefully there are servers around, they can help pass the food around. But here's where like most of the kitchen and stuff happens. We got our dry pantry. Things are up top. We got a few pots and pans lying around. Prep table here. Stuff is being cooked and baked. Really nice. Right back here, we have more or less like the drinks that are going on. Coffee machine, beans, grinded, shots, French press, more beans. Oh, there's never enough. Never enough coffee being made, dudes. Another brewery right over here. Yeah, so it's mostly coffee and tea that's being like served back here. No time for liquor. This is a day cafe. And then once again, people are feasting. Really cool, dude. Really well done. So now we'll go back here. So where'd the boss come from? Oh, check this out. Pillars and beams all lining up here to close up the spot because, oh crap, we're outside. Damn. Oh, there's spaceships outside. Oh wow, what a treat. What a treat. Holy moly. This is, wow. Now this is a change. So we're in this outdoor lab and it's all fenced off. This is like some crazy government facility kind of thing where like they don't want to let anyone in. Like all this Manhattan Project stuff is happening. Like click the thing and make the things move and all that. What are we building? Shenanigans. Oh, pull the lever. Yeah. Crazy. It's like this gallery of technology that's being presented. And it's funny because it's not even placed in such a way where you can see actual functionality. It's just there, but it's like, oh, this is so cool. Even if I don't understand at all what's going on, it's just placed, but it's still so neat. So we have like this like furnace kind of thing going. Pretty much everything that you can buy from Mechagon, they bought a number of them, you know, a handful of them and just threw them down. Boss sits there, I'm guessing. It's almost like a hardware store with the way things are like just kind of hanging around. But then we see like we see that, you know, there's an attempt at functionality. So like here's like this diagram, you know, diagrams are being presented, but then there's coffee to be made too. And I gotta click this too. Boop. So fun, dude. This is really fun. You know, and then the walls, you know, there are like privacy walls that you can buy now. It's not just the weapon racks that you see here that you buy anymore. Yeah, so there are options that you can do to create like new kinds of spaces. Yeah, big shots happening here, more plans. Oh, this is crazy, dude. This is so crazy. Like, I don't even know what most of the stuff is like, just rocket just happens to be launching. Wow. So let's zoom out. Can I zoom out? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so here's like the whole thing set up. So you can see how it's kind of like boxed off. Really neat. And then up top, you have spaceships. And so it's like that's so hilarious. You have like Legion ships that are going. One little Sentinel owl is there wondering like, what the fuck's going on? What is up? That's neat. I wonder if they're fighting. Maybe they're fighting or something. That'd be kind of cool. I think he's designing the big cannon. Oh, that'd be sick. Which reminds me, I gotta go buy a whole bunch of Mechagon stuff so I can start like thinking of the design for like the big gun. Really cool though. Really, really neat. So let's backtrack, head back inside. And what I really like here again is like the illusion is fully kept. Like there's no question. It's like all set up. You know, we have this way of transitioning back in to make it not feel as awkward. And I think that's part of the secret. You got to have at least a couple yards of space to give themselves, so they have the real estate, so they have the room to create these facades and make it feel like a convincing sort of thing. So really cool. Really, really cool. So in we go. Done with the outside lab. We went through this whole cafe spot, which also amazing details that went in there. Little outside window right there. And now, boop, 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 boop. Ooh. Wow. Okay, dude, it's crazy because I'm seeing the same things over and over again. So like shelf, but they did a really good job of dressing things up to give it its own personality. You know, it's just a question of like, what more do you put on the shelves to make them feel a bit more unique? So like here I am, I'm sitting here. There's like this kind of bar area where we self-serve. We kind of heat up our own food. That's cool. But everything's all filled out. You know, each shelf has like a few unique things on it to make it distinct from one another. And I'm sold. It's very convincing. So now you can fill out like these huge spaces. And notice here we're doing like this kind of climb to kind of tighten up the space. They could have done it a number of ways too. Like they could have lowered the roof if they wanted to, but you know, maybe they wanted to keep this sort of shape, which is all good. So instead they just raised the floor instead. So that way things don't have to like be super embiggened, because it feels like what they wanted to try and do was take these shelves and just kind of have it flush against both the ground and like the ceiling, or at least as best as possible. And it does a really good job of that. Like again, take a look at the unique pieces that are being used here to create distinctions between one shelf and the next. You know, one pantry here, and okay, that's the only pantry. But yeah, there we go. And over here, I guess there's thunderstorms outside. Yeah, so the moon is kind of out. But we got like lightning stuff going on outside. It's kind of stormy. But then back here we have this really cool set piece with the aquarium. Really neat. So you got all sorts of greens. We got like the fire candles, fell candles, lobster, of course, and other things to give out that sense. This works out really good. You know, it's cool that it's being used as a backdrop rather than like a frontal set piece here. You know, because if you have other things that are kind of distracting. I mean, this is kind of like the center of the shot, but there's also just like so much that's going on here too, that it's just like one very cool thing in the middle of like all these very clever placements. Yeah, that's really cool. Really, really neat. What are we having? Everything. Noodles. We're having cheeses. We're having coffee, of course. And then here we have another. Okay, what's going on? So maybe not the moon, but some sort of like thunderball, lightning ball is happening outside. But then here's the moon proper with a train. Is it meant to be depicted as like a train in the distance? I mean, that's cool. That's very cool too. That's really neat too. But I like that. I really like that. Yeah. So notice again, like from the floor to the wall, I'm sorry, floor to the ceiling, filled out. You know, we have the not razor wind. We have the sturdy tables that are being used here as well to, again, help fill out the space. Really neat. Really, really neat. So many details. And then, oh God. And then we get very arcane. So again, like a total tone shift. Arcane experiments happening here. Floating objects, glowing thingamajiggers. Why? I don't know. Check out what they did with this. They kind of upturned the ethereal, I forgot what it's called, embiggenment summons. Now you have it kind of like sucking up all the energy out of the room. Oh wow, just all, like, I love the clutter too. Lots of random placements, but also very cool. Some captured artifacts, other knickknacks that have been picked up and placed. One fell candle. Yeah, hella cool. Hella cool. And then one more look outside. Right out this window. Yay. And note again, the way that they dressed this window up. Like we have a doorway, but then we have the windows, everything's behind it, but then we have other objects. So that might be a table for all I know, another bar shelf, and I think what's part of a wall door, or a part of the door wall structure right at the end there. Amazing. Simply amazeballs. Oh, interesting how it's kind of, okay, we're good. Okay, so then Pandoran Room and Magic are my favorites. So the designer liked this house as well as the Magic Room the most. I think it's really this cafe that really nails it for me. This is really good demonstration of like a good layout, but also of having like a tight space and making use of like realistic distance between objects to make like really good shots. Yeah. Is it because it's the coffee? That too. Everything's great. No, this was amazing. So thank you for showing me your place.